city of crime. When they're done, it's going to be the city that cares a lot. This is the city, Memphis, Tennessee, where fearless, inspired, on fire, hungry rabble of revolutionaries has transformed hearts and minds. Not with weapons, but with their own brand of compassion, integrity, and hard work. All they're asking is for you to join their movement. It's easy to join with a donation of $20, $50, or $100. And it's all for the non-profit organization Relationships Unleashed. With this donation, you will help enhance the 3 core principles of education, empowerment, and enrichment to the LGBTQ community and its allies. Go to www.relationshipunleashed.com on the World Wide Web, relationshipunleashed.com. All donations are tax deductible. Come on, join the movement. By the way, I don't need a badge or a gun. I got a microphone, bub.
Go get tested for HIV/AIDS because HIV/AIDS has become the 3rd leading cause of death among African Americans between the ages of 25 and 34. Even more surprising is the fact that this disease has become the leading cause of death for African American women between the ages of 25 and 34. The spread of HIV/AIDS is the single greatest health crisis currently confronting African Americans.
Let's talk about sex things.
In Memphis, condoms are free from
boom, got them again.
And friends all over town.
Nothing sexier than free. So check out freecondomsmemphis.org.
Boom, out of there. I just killed
Want to talk about sex? Talk about condoms at freecondomsmemphis.org. Get some before you get some. freecondomsmemphis.org.
Let's talk about sex things.
Choices is a non-profit sexual health
Last
clinic
commercial.
in Last commercial. We accept 10 care and offer patient assistance to help pay for needed services. Choices is proud to provide comprehensive health services in an LGBTQ-affirming environment. We offer a wide range of services such as general wellness, fertility assistance, STI testing and treatment, reproductive health services for people living with HIV, including PrEP and PEP, birth control, gardasil vaccinations, abortion services,
when
Thomas Davidson was in the kitchen cooking, he was a cook.
Non-conforming people.
I was a baby. I was a baby.
Aww. Nobody can rap quite like I can. Aww. What? I'm back. Aww.
It ain't started yet. I don't know. I'm a millennial.
Aww. I take a muscle bound for the stakes in the sand. Not the last mafioso, I'm an MC kind. Make it say go LL and do the Y. If you think you cannot rap me, yeah boy I bet, cause I ain't met a motherfucker who can. Hallelujah! 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 I'm bad!
Hey, EBBI, Shonda. Plain old boring shoes.
No, baby. Her nerves bad.
My nerves bad. Plain old boring shoes, that's played out. The same as lame. Turn up the bling with Sean Clemens. Her boutique of customized kits and other items can be found on her website, www.1cdkixs.com. Call her today at 901-563-2814. You bring it and she'll bling it. The Unleashed Voice magazine is here, and you can find it in a location near you. Side Street, Spin Street, Cafe Eclectic, and many other sites. Check out tvmag.com for exclusive content, to sign up for subscriptions, and to get your business in our magazine. We want to advertise with you. Don't forget tvmag.com and follow our social media movement. Oh Lord. Would you like to donate or become a sponsor with our radio show? Want to be a guest? Do you have any show ideas? Go to relationshipunleashed.com today and let your voice be heard. Want to call in? Call us 901-260-5926.
I'm bad. And we're back. This is the Unleashed Voice radio show. We educate, empower, and enrich the community. And we are back. So, Kayla, jump into the conversation. Teach us, because I'm going to roast Ed in a minute.
We got to do a recap.
Recap. It was a preacher. We're back. We're back. Okay. So if you're just tuning in, I'm going to get proper. We have that much time. And it was a preacher who was on YouTube preaching or Facebook Live, and Eddie was on there browsing and watching the preacher.
Trying to get the word.
Female preacher, her name is Karen Shear, and she was preaching, and Eddie said she was preaching her heart out, and she told the congregation that she was preaching, you should be lucky that you did not eat the sandwich made by someone who has HIV/AIDS.
She said flat out. Hey.
Oh, she
She
lucky
just flat out
that
said,
you eat the sandwich by someone who has AIDS. And so Eddie said there are people who believe the pastor and the myths about these diseases. So we are here to get educated by these two young women. And this is a young woman from out Memphis. She's a PrEP specialist and she's a genius. This other young ladies from HIV Treatment Works and CDC. She's a genius as well. So teach us, teach us, teach us. I'm gonna roast Eddie after y'all finish teaching us.
So I have a question. Why can't what do I have to be worried about for someone cooking food that has AIDS? Can I catch it by eating a sandwich they prepare?
On The Walking Dead? Go ahead.
Absolutely not. If someone's cooking for you, really,
it's not on.
It's not on. The only thing that you really have to worry about if someone's cooking for you is that they make sure your food is done. And that's when somebody who's HIV positive, HIV negative, you don't have to worry about people who are positive in your food and you contract HIV. Right?
That's it. Come on in. Okay, so the concern was because this person, the food preparer has HIV, it has AIDS. It's AIDS. And they are prepping food, making my salad, tossing my salad.
Tossing your salad? Honey, not figuratively.
No, you go back out.
Literally. Honey,
get out.
They tossing my salad. And,
go back out.
So,
I'm glad it's not.
You walk right.
So in the intro, in my question, how did we get this far off track that somebody, would make a statement in 2017 that you have to be careful about who prepare your food? Because first of all, if you eat out all the time, you really don't know who's preparing your food. And I think it's some more communicable diseases you need to be worried about catching besides somebody with AIDS. So tell me, because I don't know, what's the difference between HIV and AIDS?
So, just generally, people use HIV and AIDS interchangeably, but HIV is the virus that causes AIDS, and AIDS is the clinical status, so it's the final stage of HIV, and it cannot be transmitted. The only thing a person can transmit is the virus that causes AIDS. So that's the first piece of information. Is that you cannot transmit AIDS. Second thing is, yes.
We need somebody to tweet this.
I
You
thought that
cannot
was
transmit AIDS. We need some tweeters on this.
Keep going, honey.
I think the reason that this information can still be being passed around in 2017 is just a failure or a refusal to be educated about how HIV is spread in the community and sort of deciding at this point, because information is available, education, getting educated about HIV, you can do that easily on your own or with other folks in the community. So at this point in time, I would say you're choosing not to know better, and it's just choosing to stay ignorant at this point in time. So I think that's really the short version of why this information is still going around. Like, people are just refusing to get the information. It's right there available for you to get if you want it. We're embracing stigma and we're embracing ignorance at this point.
So, and ma'am, so that our listeners will know who you are, let's talk. Will you introduce yourself again?
Sure. My name is Orisha Bowers. I am the campaign coordinator for the HIV Treatment Works campaign, which is a CDC promoted campaign. It is targeted to people who are living with HIV, helping them to get into HIV treatment and stay in treatment, because you can live a long, healthy, and prosperous life if you adhere to your treatment regimen.
Great. And the young lady on the end, will you introduce yourself again?
Caleb
So, this is the problem right here. Yeah, I'm telling you the problem. The problem is this. People like Karen Clark Sheard and the Clark sisters have never, ever spoke up and said, I accept, I value the intelligence, I honor same gender loving people. They have never said it. They never will say it. We need to stop looking for validation from these people, because they don't give 2 cents about you. They like to exploit you. They need people in their corner to do their hair and their makeup, and that's all they think about. Same gender loving men.
They need them corners.
And women, and need your money. I'm delivered from people. Let me say that. I don't attend these conferences. I don't attend the meetings. I don't get on my ratings on the TV because they don't appreciate me. They don't accept me. So they just want my ratings, they want my money, and they don't accept me. I told another person that they go to these churches, these people don't accept them. Stop looking for validation from the enemy. The enemy doesn't want you. The enemy wants to kill, steal, and destroy. That's all. The enemy does not want you. They don't want. So Dr. King and Byron Ruskin laid the blueprint. They said boycott these people. If you boycott these people, they will treat you right. They will change laws to accommodate you. So boycott these people, and you don't ever have to worry about these things right here. Let them stay ignorant in their own little world. You come over here with the people who are excelling and moving and thriving, and we'll live in our world over here. I don't have to deal with you because I don't need anything from you. Nothing. That's how I feel about it.
Well, how I feel about it, I think that we need some more education.
They don't want it. They don't care.
Well, yeah, because one of the obstacles is what Eddie said earlier today. This keeps the barrier or the parameter of the stigma high. And that means that people won't come out. That means that people will hide. They won't see treatment because of the shaming. And until we educate the people that's influential to stop them from shaming, like you can't transmit AIDS, the people won't heal because that's who they listen to.
Okay, and with that being said, you still cannot come in those big people churches or those influential pastors, heterosexual pastors, and open up a HIV and AIDS center in their church.
Well, let's look at the flip side. It was good that she did.
Absolutely.
Because it started the conversation.
It started the conversation. And also, it showed people where really her position is on this issue and this topic. For the people that followed her and loved her, up until this point, she had you hooked. Now you know that, okay, yeah, she might hang with Queen, she might be at all these conferences that Eddie mentioned and do the outreach, but really on the inside, she really still has her own prejudices. Eddie, come on in. It's your topic.
We're moving the stick around. The biggest issue for me is the spreading of awareness and not spreading information that is not correct. So the reason I made the post was to not get any type of notoriety, to not make anybody feel like they're the most evil person in the world, and to not stir up no mess, because my page be full of life and full of fun and kikis. So this time it had to be something that was more serious, because I see too many people that are dying. I see too many people that are afraid to come out with their status. And I had just talked to an individual explaining the difference between HIV and AIDS and explaining to him what undetectable meant, which means that it's basically untransmittable. If you're on your medication and you're doing your daily regimen with your, not daily with the doctor, but you're going to your doctor visit, going to take your medication, you're basically untransmittable. So at that point, just like they said, you can't transmit AIDS. Like if somebody does have AIDS and you contract HIV from them, then you start at the beginning. Like you don't just jump straight to AIDS. And when people say, oh, it's full blown, I'm like, well, it's not half blown, it's not 3/4 blown, it's just AIDS. And it's really just a clinical term that people use, and I fight so hard to kind of change the dynamic of those words, because when I no longer say I'm HIV infected, like I'm living with HIV. I am a person living with HIV. I'm not just a statistic who just so happened to be HIV positive. I'm just living with the virus, because that's only a small part of me. Like every day of my life I'm doing something else. And it's not just to say, oh, that's the dude with HIV. People don't look at me and say that. They look at me and say, oh, that's Eddie, before they know that I have HIV. So when I tell them, because you can't look at me and say, oh, that dude, he probably got AIDS. I'm like, no. I may have eaten everything in the refrigerator, but you can't look at me and say, "Oh, he's sick." And I hate when people say
that's
sick.
another stigma because I never. How does a person with HIV or AIDS look?
But see, that goes back to
They look cute like me.
They go back to the movies. You know what was the
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.